respect in the streets today, so why are all the snobs the ones being paid? People need to realize they need to understand that we can make this a peaceful land, but people are so stuck in the stupid realities that they don't sell the conspiracies. Brutality. All we need to do is get together. We need to prioritize, revolutionize, and make it better. I feel the need to open a window for those who are shaded, but it's almost as if they're also faded. Cause people are so stuck in the stupid realities that they don't sell the life and the plants, the animals, the sun and the moon. Hopefully their conscience will change so soon. The sun is above, the earth is below, so why don't we all just go with the flow? The feelings down deep inside are there to show us that we are alive. There's so much conscious, whether we see it or not. We just gotta be aware of our thoughts. The things around us, the sequence of life, it's all a part of living in the light.
Nice. That was good. Controlling my own mind, but what do you plan to do with yourself in life?
Help people understand that the economy...
What if people are worthless, though? Why would you want to help them? A lot of people are worthless.
That's true, because in the case that when the ship is sinking, do you A, run around and tell everyone that the ship is sinking? Do you B, sit back, listen to the band play on this nice ship, and drink your wine, because it's a very comfortable environment? Or do you C, find the people who know the ship is sinking and get them fucking working together? C, because what I described was the situation of the Titanic, and only C fucking worked, and those were the people who survived.
You gotta try and get worthless people to work. I mean, worthless people to...
Wake
you
up.
have to try and get the worthless people to do something with their life.
Well, to find their worth.
Right. But you know what? The truth is, there is no worthless person, because if there was...
Because everyone has potential.
Because if there wasn't anybody who was worthless, then there'd be no one who would be above. I consider myself an elite class.
Well, I consider myself equal with everyone. What you consider above and what you consider below.
Elite.
What you consider below and what you consider above, I am equal with both.
You make yourself above and below.
Well, unless someone gives me a reason to treat them differently, they're always here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's several different personalities. They're chill, and chill is cool. I'm glad there's chill people on the earth. But then I'm glad there's the Quentin Tarantinos on the earth, and the Albert Einsteins, and the Alexander Shulgins, you know, the people who exceed and do something amazing, and then 99% of us can just rest back and enjoy their achievement, and that's good. So there is really no worthless
I'm not going to rely on the achievements of others. I'm going to create the achievements that make people want to wake up. And to lead as an example is the real goal for me. To be powerful enough to have the things I do looked at, and for me not to speak and blab my ass off about metaphysical shit, rather just have the act speak loudly enough and I don't have to open my mouth.
It depends if people, depends on two things. If people want to listen, and it depends if you've tested it yourself, and it depends if someone else has already said it, then it's already been said.
Well, of course.
But no, you seem pretty real, bro.
The idea of a real master is someone who can teach without speaking to you.
Alright.
And we are all Albert Einstein, we are all these people, but the hard work and the activating of the brain is what's necessary to get there and start using those extra potentials that are present in all of us.
You know,
yeah.
I have to say, criticism of your speech, it's all true. Also criticism, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty broad, you know.
Well, if I were to get specific,
yes,
you would run out of tape.
That is true. Alright, so I give you props, bro.
So I'm only making it understandable so that I don't appeal to you in my truth, I appeal to you in the truth.
Alright.
Because if I were to get specific, maybe I'd throw my truth in there at some point, and that wouldn't help anyone. I just want what's workable, what can be understood, and what can be applied.
10 seconds. What do you think about war between not just us, but war of the world? Just any war that happens.
A useless expenditure of energy that drives us towards fruitless endeavors.
You want to hear what I think about war? It's not natural selection. It's not anything like that. It's not that anybody actually deserves to die, and there's a lot of good people who do die and shouldn't have died. But the thing about war is that if we didn't have disagreement and people who strongly disagree with other people, then we would all conform. Therefore, war is a good thing. It's something that has to happen.
Destruction's necessary.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, war is a form of
conflict is necessary.
Conflict is necessary.
I don't know about destruction.
Well,
destruction comes from conflict.
Anything that you would call negative, I view as resistance. So that's war, that's violence, that's all of that. There's no good and evil. There's only my truth and your truth.
Well, there's difference. I like there to be difference, like fucking Kurt Russell likes to murder girls with his car. That's a difference. If we didn't have that movie, then we wouldn't get a 2-hour entertainment, you know? Every difference in the world is good. And, you know, say there could be an Einstein out there that's 95% right and he's 5% wrong. Well, we need, and you know, 99%, I'm using a lot of percents, but a lot of people will follow this guy, but he could be wrong about something, you know? Politicians are very smart people. A lot of congressmen are very smart people, but they could be wrong about very small things.
Well, then I just look at their motivations for getting the power that they want, and my motivation is not the one that is for manipulation.
Right, right.
And if people can just learn how to see that, then maybe their choices towards trusting people will be different.
See, my view is that everything is great. Things that I hate are great. I hate everything that, or I love that there's differences in the world. I love that there is people that I can hate, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, not just so I can experience the feeling of hate, but so that, I mean, that everyone, you know, I could be 95% right about something or whatever, and if someone is uppity enough to challenge me, maybe they'll make me realize that I'm wrong.
Well,
and say if everyone was a super genius, then no one would have a laugh at all. No one would enjoy a second. We'd all be robots. We better, as every person, we better be like 5% wrong about something, or we become a robot if we're completely right. What if you're just right about everything and you know everything? Well, then you're not going to say anything that's wrong. You're not going to speak anything off your head. You're not going to have any theories about things because you already know. And that would make you sort of non-existent.
Well, then, what would be the motivation for choices if you knew everything?
Well,
because choosing to go somewhere means you have to learn something.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I would not move from the spot I'm sitting in if I knew everything. I wouldn't need to at that point.
So I want to know if I've changed your opinion. The war in Iraq, the war that anybody has ever had, the war between people.
Well,
I think it's a good thing. What do you think? Have I changed your opinion?
My opinion was not that it's good or bad at that point. My opinion is that it's already perfect because it's happening, and maybe laws need to get more absurd at some point before people wake up to what they really are.
Yeah.
So that all these SPP acts, all this Bill C-51 and C-52, I'm not going to bitch and complain about them. I'm just going to look at them for what they are, as things that are going to force people to look at the life they're living differently, because the shit's really getting absurd.
Yeah.
So, okay. I can agree with you that destruction is necessary as a part of existence.
All right, that is good.
Yes, the B-52 thing has passed, but there's also another thing that they're going to punch in the face with.
Huh?
This economy can't last forever, right? So it's the people with skills that are going to endure.
Oh yeah, oil, all those problems, people bitch about all those problems that happen or whatever.
Even though
and people try and fix them, but
even though that bill passed,
as hippie terms go with the flow. We'll figure it out once we fuck the earth up.
Well, until like the
global warming, like we're not going to survive through that. An asteroid, we already have plans. I saw the movie Armageddon.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie.
Cool movie.
With Ben Affleck.
This guy's been talking for like 30 minutes. Hey, any of you guys want to be on YouTube just talking bullshit?
Bullshit?
Yeah.
I think I'm on there enough, but it doesn't matter.
Is it under police brutality?
Yeah. Brutality.
I walked out of Walgreens, right?
Yeah.
And I only got I got a antibiotic or something that kills parasites, something that gets you high, right? I walked out and there's like 3 people staring at me. And they asked me, they're like, it was like 3 a.m., right? They asked me what did he get. I said, I told them that I got Oxycontin and Adderall. And I was like, man, that stuff's expensive, but it's okay. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter because I have $1,000 in my pocket. And really just sort of that cockiness scared them away because they were going to rob me. And then because I was just so cocky, they didn't.
Well,